Okay. Okay, here we go. The Cities Skylines stream begins with me, BankSixdeis. Welcome in. Gonna try not to use the voice too much, but there's a lot to show. By the way, a big thank you to anybody who tunes into the stream, now or later. Do please hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do that. Rockwood, Louisiana. God, there's so much to show off. And take a minute here. And by the way, I don't have enough knowledge, technical know-how to watch chat while I do this, so if I'm late in responding, that's why. Okay. The first thing to note here is that the city's a lot bigger. And there's been a lot that I've added. We're now pushing 100,000 population, which was my goal after we got to 85. Oh man, I don't know if my voice is going to handle talking much without having a bit of a cough. Some of the newer neighborhoods. Back downtown. Oh yeah, that's Gordes Royale. Oh yeah, that's by the big warehouse, middle of town. Rockwood, Louisiana. Stuck with kind of an approach with sprawl in mind. As you can kind of see here. Ah, yeah, this is up suburban areas. Oh, we got a fire. Uh-oh. I did go ahead and decide to run the day-night cycle. Believe it or not, it's there are ways to use that to your advantage. All right, so we're running. And I hate this. At night, we're always losing a bunch of money. You can see we've grown the city out this way, added a lot of parks. We've got Les Martins, kind of a sister city, along with West Rockwood and everything around Rockwood proper. You've got Bayou Terra, which you watched me develop. Here, extending out here. Powers Hill, you'll remember that. Dean Oil Products. You missed a party in the oil fields out here. We had a bunch of oil and sent the workers from Dean out there. But that's all done now. Made us some good money. I've been trying to improve efficiency to get profit up. To lower cost. I've really worked on trying to lower cost, that's for sure. We'll do this. Oh. No. Yeah, you see here. Acquisition, import. Excuse me. So, at night, a lot of the time, I start losing money big time. And it has to do with, as far as I can tell anyway, this. How much money industry is making. So we get into morning time here. But we've been hovering at about this population. Oh gosh, we're at 2218 now. Yeah, it's been a number of years in game. And again, I'll kind of show you as I grab a cup of tea. Show you a bit of how I learned how to make suburbs. So let's get this tea done here. little power blink there. So yeah, you see us making a whole bunch of money now. But I changed the way that I did the zoning. And I learned to hear, if you really want to try to make genuine suburbs, usually this 3x2, some of this 3x3, even these little 2 squares work pretty good. They end up giving you, you know, even just using the default style, pretty nice looking little suburb there. And you get way out here, you know, kind of a postage stamp yard suburban looking place here. Out, and I call all of these Haslets. Haslet Blanc, Haslet Marion, Faranac. We've got another one, another couple. Haslet Bonneau. Over here near Elizabeth. No, we don't have any others. Oh, here, yeah. We have Haslet Kincaid and Rancour out here. And this is where I figured out if I want to make some, you know, realistic-ish, you know, within the game, looking low income, let's say, neighborhoods without actual paved streets, which may be a bit much. I'm going for what I've seen, having lived in the South, and there are plenty of dirt roads in places where, you know, that are in cities where you might not expect to see them. And there are, you know, roads with no sidewalks and all the rest. And then you have what I did this thing in the game where I made a district right here. I do this from time to time. This is kind of how I try to, I guess I try to make it look more pleasing to the eye somehow, to me. You know, more like a rural area. Is I start up an industry, Elizabeth Farm and Foods, and I go ahead and I zone that or paint that in a part, and then I cover it a lot of the time with a zone that has development, ag, oil, you know, whatever, that makes sense. And then on this rural, I just call, since what I want it to be is just kind of Elizabeth extended out, but I don't want to make Elizabeth into a farming community. I want to keep it with a more urban feel. So, but I don't want to lose from a, you know, an history in-game perspective, the idea that what these two communities to kind of be one in the same economy and all the rest. I would imagine that there will be some neat little, you know, this strip right here probably become kind of a neat little downtownish looking spot for the whole community of Elizabeth, rural Elizabeth, and, you know, whatever else grows out here. The next thing that I was pretty excited to show, which I'm not using fully right now, is Mining, ore mining is going to be a huge, huge moneymaker for us. And we're kind of eagerly awaiting the moment where we're going to develop this all out here. I've learned that if you terraform out and down like I've done here, I dug all this out, not this part, but here and here and kind of up in here. I dug more out. It seems like it's revealing more ore to be used. And here, this was not as dark and well defined initially. And when I started, same here, when I started digging down, it seemed to start to reveal more. So it makes me very curious. Hit me in the comments, in the chat. Let's check the chat. Hit me in the chat if you know anything about that. And the same thing here. This oil patch was like, it was this, you know, this, maybe this, and then a little surrounding here. And as I began to dig out, it revealed more. And so again, while I wait for the money to come in a big way, I am very curious to see what else I can uncover out here, because the thing I'm particularly excited about is the economic development that's going to happen in the next phase with this city. And I included this in the description. I added the mod that allows a 25 tile megalopolis. Now, I don't know if there's another one that allows me to come out this far, but if there is, again, hit me in the chat. But so there is so much. Before I even really, like, I've decided strategically to go with this approach. And by the way, again, more ore here and here. Nice patch of farmland that we could put an ag operation on here. More ore. I've decided there will be another big forestry operation here. I'm very curious to begin digging, terraforming out, and seeing if maybe there's more oil down this way that Dean could come back to. Getting into nighttime again. As you can see, yeah, losing money now. Well, there's one thing that I think probably needs to be taken care of right away. Is oh gosh, I'll have to wait until daytime. I need to add some warehouse. Where can I put some extra warehousing or storage space for crops? Speaking of which, okay, we've got products. Dink. How much is that? Ugh. See, that's the other thing. Either it's the way I'm playing, you know, and I haven't hacked the game because I don't want to. Or I just haven't figured something out about the money. Because, you know, those folks I see playing on YouTube who have like unlimited funds, I haven't been able to get there myself. I have a dead people problem. Oh yeah, we'll have the Mariondale Lumber Co. This is going to be the very next thing that I develop. We've already had some ore mining out here. But like I was saying, before I even really think about more growth, I think I'm just going to focus heavily on both the exploration and exploitation of natural resources, most likely. And really all that's just going to cost time and money. And in the meantime, I get to look at my pretty city. That's my style. And make little tweaks here and there and show you things here and there. There's a nice little railroad I'm pretty proud of that I put through here. And it goes, here's a passenger service, and it goes right up the river coastline here. I showed my longtime architect and city planner mother this city, and she said that I have too many bridges. She's probably right. Yeah, dead people issues out here. Tell if we're making money over the top. And I'll say part of what I'm also pretty curious about is, so the idea for me here, I think generally speaking with any city you're talking about, City Skylines or in real life, is, and the way that I mean, just look at the way that the map is made, right? As it just so happens, I'm going to have economic resource power, more ag here, more forestry, more ag, more shit. I got more oil and ore here and here. Matter of fact, I'm wondering if this is oil. Tough to tell. But the way I think that you grow from here, like I talk about, has more to do with coming out, grabbing onto the natural resources, putting operations together, and then making sure their communities to serve them, small ones. And then you just pump as much of that down to here as you can to try to get these going to level way up, you know, to level here to where they're big, tall. And then when we start making enough money, we'll start looking more closely at adding more of these unique buildings like this. This one, this one has stood the test of time. Arrow Designs. Ah, nice sunrise. Also improved my highway interchange skill. Couple examples. One right here. Let's options. Make sure everybody can hear me. Once I realized that it's pretty simple to just tunnel under everything, that made making these interchanges a lot easier. You can see here, I arranged a ramp that connects to a road, another that basically connects to the ramp, then the road. And by the way, that brings me to a problem that must be resolved. What they call lane math. Donk. If you've got two lanes going into one, that is called a bottleneck. Now, you want two lanes going into two. And so this can go ahead and stay in one lane. That's our re-entry, right? If I wanted to add, although there wouldn't be a reason, like a slip lane from here back on, there just wouldn't be a reason to do that. Also, I reconfigured Maple Rock Timber Co. And so, similar thing to my rural Elizabeth from before is you have Maple Rock Timber Co., the factory development, industrial. So much of what you see here in this area is all just zoned forestry industrial. And then you have the real tree cutting operation with all of the actual industry facilities out here like this. Looking kind of cool, in my opinion. We're going to do the same kind of thing when we build out Mariondale Lumber Co. over here. And another reason I'm locating here too is this waste facility here that I showed a minute ago with the interchange will have more industry going in around it, and I will want to buffer it from what I'm going to build out here, which is no heights of the no family mining company. And all of this out here, it's all going to be real, you know, posh. But here's the thing. Hit me in chat. I don't know. I for the life of me, cannot figure out how the hell I want the roads to look out here and how I'll want to grow it. And like I say, growth isn't necessarily in my bag other than economic growth at the present time. So the other thing is probably the economic growth besides this forestry that's going to happen soon. So there's this, and that is the fishing business. As you can see here, we've got a lot of it. And then what I'm doing is I'm building a new fishing operation. I'm making sure it's got the warehousing it needs, that it's got a fish market somewhere kind of nearby. And then I'm just building a little town around it. And I'm going to do that. I've done it here. Kind of. Sanders Ponderant have done the same thing kind of out here. And I'm going to do that more. Probably down out here. I'm seriously thinking about one on this island here. Seriously thinking about like a whole fishing focused community out here. Totally. I've already got plans for 3 more here, here, and here, linking into this, which is cool. And then this one will extend from a fishing operation out into a rural community here. This becomes a landmark of sorts. We'll have to figure out what to do with that. But I'm super pumped for that. Oh, let's look at the airport. Okay, so yeah, you have out here Farnack Fossil Energy. We already had this cargo airport, but I added the DLC for airports and managed to build this guy here. Heather Airfield is what it's called for now, level 2. Oh, you can see these cool looking planes. That's cool. And I've also been parking little static assets bit by bit out here. And then the plan for the airport here soon. There's a plan, big time, huge plan. We're going to add another runway here. But it's going to require us to move these taxiways, to move this interstate, to move the ramps. That's going to be a huge addition. Hugely expensive. Probably going to have to take out a loan for that one. I think you saw me add these ranches here. This you didn't see. The build out of Southern Farms Co. Let's add a little warehousing here. And that is worth mentioning. The very first thing that I'm going to do to try to help the economy in the city is to just add warehousing space. To add warehousing space for basically, I think I need more. I don't know. I may have it covered now because I did some switching around already. Here we go. Yeah, we're making commercial zone goods, and those are getting stored. No. Where are those getting stored? Now we're storing flour here. Okay, ag there, good. I think our storage is actually up to snuff. Okay, refill the tea. Again, big thank you to those who are tuned in now or later. Those who have paid attention to the other videos of mine, who have taken the time. It is a blessing in my life. Thank you. Ah. I think I did have to cut services quite a bit, if I remember that right. There we go. Added a landfill there. So yeah, we need more because these alerts come up all the time. Not enough buyers, so, and they're always full. So we need more storage for fish. Where can we do that? Ah! I guess that works. Okay, so let's think about this. Where do we want this? This would be a good spot for it. Ink. Yeah. I can't. This loss is just insane. Because our industry turns off. And no matter what I do, somebody hit me up with a comment on this one. I cannot get this number to go down. For the life of me. Must be fishing industry. I don't know. Because everywhere else, I basically axed all policies. I haven't kept any of them. Whoa. Uh-oh. Does not good. There we go. Was one truck going to be enough? Oh, look at those firefighters running in. Oh, man. I think they got it. Nice. Forest fire. Yeah, here you got low fishing route efficiency. How? Oh. We're damn near fishing out all the shrimp over here. But that leaves plenty of tuna. We may have to replace this, is what we may have to do. Because, yeah, we'll have tuna galore. This is a tuna fishing.